Hey, good morning to everybody.
Hi.
I knew that wouldn't work.
What happened?
And I love how people are starting to put the word stupid in front of their names. I like that, actually. Stupid Danny Fisher writes, "Ope, I love the natural sounding conversation between you and Roseanne." And then he writes, "Boo."
Oh.
I told him I didn't want to do it.
It's one of those.
I told him those don't work ever.
It's one of those.
So, Roseanne, tell me about... I had a fake interview with Roseanne that they're thrown into a commercial, but here's how they do it. Roseanne does her lines from L.A. or wherever the hell she is, and I do my lines from a dumb studio here in New York City, and then they put it together and make it try to sound like natural conversation.
Like you're having a conversation.
And I kept blowing it off. I'm like, these never work. And then they're like, well, it's company-wide. Everyone's doing these. And I'm like, all right, I'll do the best I can. And I'm already being called out on it, and I should be called out on it.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
You hear it? And I did it about 4 or 5 times trying to sound natural. I had other people reading Roseanne's lines, but those things never work.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Good idea. All kind of good idea. Company-wide. The way you wrote it, though, Eric, makes you want to break your hands. He wrote, let's hear other hosts doing the same spot, and he put 4 exclamation points.
Ooh.
Like, by golly, here's the idea of the century.
How would you read that with so many exclamation points?
Company-wide, let's hear other hosts doing the same spot! Woo! Get those party
This
hats.
means excitement.
Oh, folks, it's going to be a crazy Tuesday.
And they just wear you down because I'm like, Steve, tell them these don't work. I don't want to do this. Maybe they could come up with something else. And Steve came back to me a couple times and Anthony a couple times. And I finally just went, all right, I'll do it just to get you out of my hair.
They beat you down like that.
And then, of course, they put it together. And, of course, the listeners are beating me up. And they should.
Sounds like crap, does it?
It doesn't sound natural whatsoever. Moving right along on this Monday. Phones are a little light. I think everyone's in that Monday mood. Mondays. What happened, Jimmy?
I got a cuticle on my right pinky, and it's like being shot.
Just pull it all the way down.
I did. I nibbled it a little, and it was
Nibble
agony.
and pull and make a long red strip all the way to the elbow.
No, it'll unravel like a mummy.
And dip it in alcohol.
Yeah, then you'll be much better.
It hurts.
Cuticles, yeah, you got to pull those things off the right way.
Why they call them that? They ought to call them uglyicles.
Wow. I bet that'll be in his act. I bet I'll put that in his act. Oh, God.
There. It's like closer.
Oh, watch what you say. It'll end up on the radio show. You know, no, it won't. Don't worry.
It's the worst when boring people are talking and they're like, dude, don't start talking about me on stage.
Hey, you know who this is over here? Watch what you say. It'll end up on that radio show.
Exactly.
No, I don't think it will.
It won't. What you say will wind up in an Ambien pill.
Bill, Rhode Island. Wow. What on instant feedback? Wow, Opie, you're going to see Roseanne nifty. I told him I didn't want to do that dumb spot.
Oh, that spot played, huh?
That dumb spot. Hi, Roseanne. Do we have that?
You're just chit-chatting with Roseanne. It's fantastic, Opie.
I don't really understand corporate on any level anymore. I told them how stupid this is. It never comes out good, and they insisted that one of us does this commercial. I lost that one. So what happened was I go into a studio and I just babble. Hi, Roseanne. How are you?
Yeah, they give you a script.
Right. And then, Tim goes, okay, you need to laugh here. So then I go, wow. All right, then say, wow, that's great. Wow, that's great. And then Roseanne, see, this is the weird thing. You would think if they're going to spend so much money and they're going to have Roseanne as a sponsor for something, I don't know, call me crazy, but have her in a studio all day and then have all the dopey jocks line up one at a time interviewing Roseanne.
It's a little different, I guess. You get some spontaneity, maybe.
Instead... Because everyone in this business, including the salespeople, including the general managers that run these radio stations, everyone is very lazy. They're like, okay, Roseanne will do her lines once, so she doesn't have to sit in the studio for 12 hours. Mm-hmm. The jocks will do their lines once, and then somebody will put them together and make believe that there's an actual conversation going on.
That you're talking.
So then you get this. What you're about to hear is me interviewing Roseanne on the phone. I did not interview Roseanne on the phone. I just did dumb lines that they put together with her dumb lines.
So how was she?
And try to make it sound natural.
when you met her.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to this.
I'll tell you when I can hear that it's set up.
Right.
Like if I can pick up that it's.
Oh, it's
I
going
haven't heard this.
to be so obvious. These never work. All right, joining us now is the star of one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, Roseanne. It's Roseanne. Hey, Roseanne, how are you?
Well, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing real good. So what's new with you?
Well, I'm very excited because I'm back in Vegas doing my stand-up comedy show at the Sahara.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you two aren't talking face to face?
It's kind of weird because it almost sounds like we are on this one. Almost. I can so tell.
Just doing my stand-up comedy show at the Sahara.
That must be great getting back in front of the live.
You should have interrupted her.
Huh?
You should have interrupted her. I'm like, but Roseanne, but no, Roseanne, and she'll just barrel on.
Well,
it's like, Roseanne, shut up a minute. Can I talk?
That must be great getting back in front of a live audience.
Well, it's the thing I like most doing. I mean, I like not having people in suits tell me what I can and can't say or threatening to sue me.
Yeah, that's...
See, where you had to laugh?
No! I'm so glad I didn't have this one.
Dude, you should have laughed way too long.
Yeah.
That's what I
don't want to
go. Make it perfectly clear, I did not hear what Roseanne had to say, so for me to just laugh, they said just laugh because she's going to say something funny here. All right. Well, hey.
Can and can't say or threatening to sue me.
Yeah, that's never good. So tell us about the show.
Well, I basically talk about the same subjects that I talked about on the Roseanne show. Of course, now it's been so many years later. I'm talking about getting old and, raising teenagers that are in their 30s. And I'm talking to the audience a lot. Just having a ball.
Well, that's good, but why Vegas?
Why Vegas? Are you kidding me? Because it's awesome.
Oh, all right. Well, that was a silly question, but I would love to get out to Vegas to check out... All right.
It's very authentic.
There's such an unnatural quality to it.
Of course, and that's why I try to tell corporate and these general managers, but they're all lazy. I'm like, I'll talk to Roseanne for real, set it up, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
This like she does her lines, I do mine, and you try to shove them together and shoehorn it together. It's not natural.
Yeah.
And this company's spending a lot of freaking money.
Can I tell you what you did wrong?
Yeah.
This is not your fault, by the way. This is whoever put it together. If they spliced it too perfect, there's no pauses. Like
I know.
Speech.
I know.
Yeah.
Like it was like, "Hi Roseanne, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? How's your Vegas act? It's good." There was no no one talks that way.
Well,
why Vegas? Why Vegas? And then she makes you sound like you were stupid for asking.
Yeah, I know.
Gee, you should have said, "Why Trenton?"
Right.
Why Vegas?
And
no.
And radio guys all over America had to do this. I got Rich from Touch and Rich doing the exact same thing.
So
now you got to remember what I just played because you'll hear it's the exact same Roseanne audio.
I want to hear his laugh.
But the Opie part's different because it's Rich actually doing it.
I want to hear his laugh.
Listen.
All right, joining us right now is the star of one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, Roseanne. Roseanne, how are you doing?
Well, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Doing good. So what's new with you?
Well, I'm very excited because I'm back in Vegas doing my stand-up comedy show at the Sahara.
That must be really cool getting back in front of a live audience.
Well, it's the thing I like most doing. I mean, I like not having people in suits tell me what I can and can't say or threatening to sue me.
Yeah, that's never good. So tell us about the show.
He blew off the laugh.
Script. You were supposed to laugh there.
I was like, yeah, that's never good. So this one is cut even closer.
Right.
He showed self-respect and dignity.
He was supposed to laugh there. So.
What I can and can't say or threatening to sue me.
Yeah, that's never good. So tell us about the show.
Well, I basically talk about the same subjects that I talked about on the Roseanne show. Of course, now it's been so many years later. I'm talking about getting old and, raising teenagers that are in their 30s.
Wow.
And I'm talking to the audience a lot.
Good for him.
Wow.
Well, that's good, but why Vegas?
Why Vegas? Are you kidding me? Because it's awesome.
Yeah, I guess that was a silly question, but I would love to get out to Vegas to check out your new show sometime.
The same effing lie.
I guess it was a silly question. I'm sorry for asking, Roseanne. Why Vegas?
La, 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 la.
Why not?
All right, listen.
Roseanne, how'd your parents die?
We had to acknowledge that was going on because every time that commercial plays, people just beat me up on instant feedback.
Roseanne, what are you doing on my phone?
Just awful acting.
You stay in Vegas. I'll handle it.
Yeah.